Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast live on a Wednesday. What's going on, y'all? All right. Good to see y'all again. Hope everybody's well. Well, looks like right now we're gonna wait just a quick couple minutes for some people to get in the chat, and then we get it rocking and rolling. But prior to that, you know what we do. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept aware anytime we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you enjoy the content as you listen, make sure you give us a like, a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And write it down, put it in your phones, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the podcast and you want to help the show continue to grow, make sure you go ahead, click that join button, join the channel. We're going to have some exclusive content just for you.
So earlier, if you guys know, we had a 2-hour, 45-minute conversation about the Lakers.
We
LeBron,
did.
Not even the Lakers. We didn't even say anything about the Lakers, honestly. I don't even think we mentioned the word Lakers for the entire segment. we talked about LeBron James and hitting 50,000 points. And it went left, right, up, down, north,
many other
west,
subtopics.
many other subtopics. So if you guys want to hear us talk about LeBron James and dropping and hitting that 50K milestone, please go back and rewatch that video. Very, very entertaining. You guys were just killing it in the chat. You guys were killing it with the phone calls, killing it with the questions, man. And we appreciate it all, man. The super chats you guys were going ham on, and we appreciate all those things, man. But we're not doing any of that this show. So no mentions of the 50K. What about LeBron? Bron this, Bron that. We aren't doing it. The Lakers topic will be about the Lakers in its entirety, not singular player LeBron James. So with that being said, we're going to talk about a little football, okay?
Yes.
We're going to talk about a little football.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it, because we have to have our NFL fix. Y'all know how we are.
It's like a drug. You got to get that
drug,
scratch, man. You get that scratch. I mean, if you was watching the segment earlier, we even was calling out things that it was happening in our phone, like, oh man, right. Snap, man, that happened in the NFL. Like, okay, here we go. But big news, things are happening around the NFL network, a bunch of small different moves. One, Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers, they need to find a home. Davante Adams has been released from the New York Jets, as well as Aaron Rodgers, so they're going to be seeking for a new home. But one of the more bigger names as a receiver, T. Higgins, was signed to a franchise tag for the second year straight.
Which is crazy. That's crazy because it's very punitive on the salary cap to sign a player to a franchise deal 2 years in a row. And as we know, the franchise is the price on the franchise is the average of the 5 highest paid players at that position. So Higgins, I think, is going to get about $26.5 million fully guaranteed this year. So, and that's a bigger hit against the cap. But hopefully, I think they got to like July 12th or July 18th is the official deadline for them to figure out a long-term extension. So we'll see if they're able to do that. And if not, he'll just play under the tag this year, and then they'll have to figure it out again at the end of next year, whether it's long-term or moving on. So
good thing about it, the only good thing about that is the odds are in the favor of him re-signing. 7 previous players got tagged twice in their second year, and 6 of the 7 did end up signing a long-term deal with Brandon Sharif. I can never pronounce it. Sharif. Never pronounce his name right, but he's the only one that didn't re-sign to a long-term deal. But everybody else, Chris Godwin, Cam Robinson, Dak Prescott, Justin Simmons, Leonard Williams, and DeMarcus Lawrence all did, come up to a new contract to get that long-term security. So I was hoping that T. Higgins was going to be on the free market, man. Of course, I'm a Green Bay fan. But back to your question, Edward, speaking of Davante Adams, Transformer, would you like to see him back in Green Bay? I do now, because T. Higgins is off the board. I definitely would love to have had the opportunity to either sign and trade to get T. Higgins, or if the Bengals would have let him hit the market test his market out. I would love for us to give him that $30 million deal. One, because he's younger. Younger.
Okay.
I want to keep the team as young as possible to grow with Jordan Love as he's young as well. So that would have definitely been. Now y'all know I love Devontae Adams. Y'all know I love him, but I do want to think about the Green Bay's future. And Devontae Adams isn't a long-term answer. Next 2, 3, 4, 5 years that we could be formidable as a team, man.
Yeah, but
Laker Nation, what about DK? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say a lot of times in football, the difference is, though, if you're in a position, and I don't think Green Bay is too far removed from a win now type situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're in a good situation where they got a lot of youth, so the future is in good shape, but they're also good enough to compete immediately. So if you got the opportunity to get a game-changing type player, I think you do it if you're Green Bay.
Correct. I think, like I said, the availability is what creates that optimism. Like, okay, get him, and we'll be ready to run. Get back into the playoffs, and perhaps make a deeper run. And because we know Devontae Adams is who he is. The man is great. He's an elite receiver, still top 5 in the league, in my opinion. Just when it comes to route running, hands, being able to be a big target that you can count on when it matters, when it matters the most. What about DK? Laker Nation asks, I like DK.
That's a beast move, man. He's a beast.
I don't know about DK.
He's not the technician Devontae Adams is, but he's a beast in terms of flat out, strength, size, downfield speed. He's a guy that Jordan Love might not be able to overthrow, and that says a lot. So
true.
I think DK Metcalf is a guy that any receiver needy team or any team that's looking for a quality like a number 1 receiver should definitely look at. We know he's available, Laker Nation. For instance, I'd love to see him in Baltimore. I wouldn't be mad at that. Give Lamar Jackson, give him that
Flowers,
real number 1 guy that he's right. Zay Flowers, I think, is better suited as a number 2 or a 1A type. Now him and Lamar has helped him to become a number 1, no question. But if he's a number 2 and they get a true elite number 1, like a DK, like a Devontae Adams, something like that, you think Lamar had a crazy year this year? Good God.
Yeah, it'll be rough. Now you can't load you got to load up the box to stop Derrick Henry, who's over the top, right? Where's your other safety at, right?
What's up, Steve?
What's up, Steve? Welcome back, Steve. Welcome back. But yeah, man, DK Metcalf, as we're talking about him, he obviously requested for a trade formally. But I've been hearing rumbles. I mean, that's not a shocker to me because there's already been rumbles of teams, including Green Bay, who've already had discussions with the Seahawks to try to trade him. He perhaps may have heard some of that too, and was like, okay, well, let me just formally request a trade and really put my name out there to see what's available. As you know, I mean, I like Seattle. I like their defense. They got 2 of the best corners that are coming up in the league, man. They truly do, in my opinion. That's back there. But obviously he probably ain't happy where he at. Huh?
I said Tariq Woolen.
Yeah.
He's
so they got some good guys back there, man. But Green Bay, he has a lot of. DK and Devontae Adams, of course, will have all 31 teams looking at him.
Agreed.
So I mean, it's going to be a crapshoot on where they may go and who will make the trade to go and get DK. I believe Devontae Adams is a free agent, so he gets to pick where he wants to go.
Yeah, he gets to pick where he wants.
So it's up in there.
I think he wants to continue to be a teammate of Aaron Rodgers, and I'm like, maybe he knows something we don't know. And again, the year after the year, returning from an Achilles, Aaron Rodgers, like I say, he may have a chip on his shoulder this year, and he might be dangerous depending on where he ends up. So who knows?
True. What do you think, Aaron Rodgers? Since we're speaking of Aaron Rodgers, what do you think Aaron Rodgers may end up?
You know what? If I'm, I think if I'm the Raiders, I give that a shot, right?
Yeah.
If I don't have to give up that number 6 pick, I give that a shot. Well, you don't because
he's free.
He got cut. Yeah.
He's
so
free.
I get him, and I draft the quarterback that I want at number 6. Let him sit for a year behind Aaron Rodgers. He's learning, and then next year he's the guy. I think
I like
that's
the Steelers.
I don't know if Aaron
he's
Rodgers
been
BS
winking with
work with.
Tomlin for like 5,
That's
6
true.
years.
Do you think his BS can work in Pittsburgh though?
Negative.
There you go. Okay.
Tomlin putting that. Hey, when you
Good
come in
footsie.
here, come on now.
The standard is the standard.
The standard is the standard. We ain't
Facts.
coming in here all that ayahuasca talk, politician talk. Like, nah, bro, leave all that where it's at. But I believe Aaron Rodgers has a level of respect for Tomlin, so I think they can make it work. And obviously Tomlin, has a lot of respect for Aaron Rodgers and what he's done for the game. And right now they're going to be quarterback list because Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are going to be out there and available. So clearly they don't even have a quarterback to even talk about that is going to be on their roster. I like him going to the Vikings.
That's not bad, depending on how ready JJ McCarthy is.
Yeah, and they're not tagging Sam Darnold. That's another one that's on the market. They're not tagging Sam Darnold, but they're still looking at bringing him back because, of course, their next man up is JJ McCarthy. So they do have a future guy, just not ready. After the what he took, I think towards ACL last year. What did he hurt?
I think he had knee surgery. I think so.
I think it was like ACL or something.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off an injury? No, I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
I wouldn't say he's ready. I mean, you didn't play not one snap in preseason or not even regular season, and you're just getting thrown into the fire with the. Now, granted, he has weapons to throw to, but
that's some of the best.
Yeah, I would still want to put him behind Aaron Rodgers, make him sit back, learn from a greater quarterback. Sam Darnold's not much to like study off of. He doesn't have the repertoire or the credentials to be like, okay, study behind me. He's probably like, whatever. You was just a nobody last year. Now you all of a sudden looking good. But Aaron Rodgers, we can probably, look at the way he throws, look at his decision making, like what does he see on the field and understand the field to grow up behind Aaron Rodgers. So, I mean, Laker Nation, that does make sense. I don't want him in my freaking division, right? Don't Brett Favre this thing again.
That, wow.
Don't Brett Favre this again.
First the Jets, then the Vikes. Oh, man.
Just like Brett Favre.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird?
Just like Brett Favre.
That would be crazy.
He goes to Minnesota. I'm calling him Favre number 2. I'm never calling him Aaron Rodgers again. It'll be Favre number 2.
F2.
Like all F2, right?
Yeah.
All your tenure in Green Bay, then you go to New York, then you go to Minnesota. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. But Saquon Barkley, another big name, signed a 2-year extension, $41.5 million.
Highest paid running back in history. Yes.
Yes.
Did he not earn it?
Earned it.
Yeah. So quick side note, right? I know all owners don't have the same amount of money, right? I get it.
Correct.
But all owners are billionaires. We know that. They all make $300 to $400 million a year just off revenue sharing. I say this to say, how is it that the Eagles keep figuring out ways to pay people, but other teams are like, oh, we can't afford to pay?
Okay,
cheap,
frugal, whatever word you want to use. Hey, Eagles like, yo, we just won a Super Bowl. That man is the biggest reason why we went to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
I am
Single
signing
season
him.
rushing record.
Single
season rushing record, regular season and playoff.
Oh, they combine both.
Totals.
They combine both over there.
They did.
Oh wow. Yeah. I see how they did that.
They did that.
I wonder what other sport they do that in. But anyway,
right.
Go back and watch the last segment if you want to see what we were talking about just now.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
but no, man. Saquon Barkley, he definitely earned it, man. I mean, he came with a chip on his shoulder.
No question.
The way New York did him, I know they kicking themselves in the ass.
I was about to say, how do you
that.
think the Giants feel right now? You know they sick.
They are sick. In your division too?
Yeah.
In your division, they go win a Super Bowl. He literally sets the regular postseason combined rushing record.
And that GM is not fired. That GM is still there. He didn't get fired. Come on, man.
And on top of that, the GM also signed Daniel Jones just to release him the very next season.
Right.
What's going on, man?
just poor decision making, man. Poor decision making.
Oh man,
We not talk about the Celtics tonight, man.
You gambled into the wrong one. Like you definitely should have gave Saquon that money and then go get your court. Obviously, Saquon was a beast, right?
Yeah.
Saquon is a beast, and the Philly was just a perfect place for him. I mean, you see them bros in Philly. That line is freaking. Everybody looked like they played in Moana, and they were all Maui.
For real.
A bunch of Mauis just out there running over people, right? You know what I mean? So definitely huge congrats to Saquon Barkley, man.
By the way, the JJ McCarthy was a full meniscus repair.
Full meniscus. I knew it was something with the knee. I thought it was ACL.
That must have been a major tear. I tore my meniscus and had that repaired, but it was just a quick ortho. But yeah, you talking about full meniscus repair? That must have been serious. He must have like ripped that joint in half or something.
And what was it? It was in practice, wasn't it? Wasn't it in practice?
I think so, yeah, because
he was in practice.
Yeah, he never got into the game.
Never played a game. Yeah. So that's major. That's major. But salute to Saquon Barkley, man. Max Crosby also got signed.
That's right.
And my first reaction was, damn it.
Oh, you wanted him in Green Bay?
I wanted him in Green Bay, man. I wanted him in Green Bay.
Well, we know Pete Carroll is a defensive coach. He won national championships on defense at USC, even though, he had a lights-out offense. But really, a lot of people don't realize that team was built on defense. And then he won a championship and went to another Super Bowl with the Legion of Boom, built that defense in Seattle. He's a defensive guy, so he's not going to let his arguably the best player on his team walk. And being a defender at that, an edge rusher, he needs that. So, yeah.
I see, but man, why though? Like, just let him free, man. Just let him go. But no, man, congratulations to Max Crosby. 3-year deal, $106.5 million extension that includes $91.5 million guaranteed.
That's right.
Boy, that's big money for them guys. That's big money for those guys. So, man, salute to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Edward says, where's a nice fit for Myles Garrett?
Green Bay.
But he's right. He's right. Green Bay would be the fit. I remember the last time an elite edge rusher ended up in Green Bay.
What happened? What happened?
Talk about what happened.
You sure?
Yeah.
You know what happened?
I know what happened. Last time we saw that was Reggie White going to Green Bay in 95. And
they won a Super Bowl.
That's correct.
I didn't know that. Bro, I didn't know that. We traded and got a guy, a defensive stalwart, and we won a Super Bowl.
You did.
That's wow.
Yeah. So Myles Garrett, I think that would be an ideal fit for him, would be Green Bay.
Green Bay, wake up.
I think another fit that would be crazy is if you put him in San Francisco on the other side of Bosa. That would be crazy. San Francisco. Oh yeah.
They didn't have the money for that.
Man, they can make that work, man. Trust me, any owner can make it work if they want to.
You finally got rid of some money to help pay for your Brock Purdy incident, and you go add $30 million back onto them.
But look, if I'm Brock Purdy and they're like, yo, man, listen, we can't give you top of the market money, but we're gonna bring Myles Garrett here. I'm like, do it. Because I know you're gonna give me like 40, 45 mil, right? Go ahead, bring Myles Garrett, and that gets me one step closer to this chip. Do it. I'm gonna be compensated nicely. I'm gonna win a championship. I'm probably gonna be all pro. Do it. Yeah. I don't have to be top of the market. Do that. No. If I'm Brock Purdy, and y'all come to me with that, I'm saying do it.
I don't even want to see it. San Fran, they be hogging all the freaking defensive linemen and free agency and trade. What? Stop. Go sit down somewhere. All right, go sit down. Pay Brock Purdy. All right. Yeah, I mean, like not you. I'm talking about San Fran. Go sit down somewhere.
I know.
Y'all do all this rah-rah, and then y'all fail in the biggest moments, man. So stop, man. Y'all fail in the big game. Come on, man.
Okay, I'm not even getting involved in this because it's about to get bad, and I know what's about to. There we go.
Don't care. Long hair, don't care. No hair, don't care.
Right.
No hair, don't.
I'm trying to think of another really good spot. Obviously, they're not going to do it within division. they probably want to get him out of the conference. So it would have to be the NFC. So definitely, I think Green Bay is the best spot. Chicago might be another good spot.
Well, they just signed a what was it? D tackle? I believe they signed a D tackle. No, it was an offensive lineman, I think.
Offensive lineman, it's an offensive
from the Chiefs. They traded from the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah. Tune.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you see, they're already making the moves to try to do a better job of protecting Caleb. He got killed last year, so
yeah,
that's smart.
Would Washington do it? Washington
Dan Quinn would love to have him. That's right.
Defensive-minded coach.
Right. Remember, he just came from having what's the name? The kid in Michael Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
So now you give him a Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness!
You're already good offensively. Y'all just got Deebo Samuel to add in as another weapon to go along with Scary Terry
McLaurin. That's right.
Yeah.
So that's a real good fit. Washington.
Washington. That immediately puts them as a threat.
I got a spot because I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any big money players down here. You ready? NFC down south. Put him with my guy, Baker, touchdown maker. Put him in Tampa Bay. That's a good spot.
That's a good spot.
Vita Vea on the inside.
Vita Vea on the middle. Yeah.
Right. On the interior.
That'd be a good spot.
Gary on the outside.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You go back to what got Tom Brady that last championship.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Got an elite edge rusher, and you got somebody to push you up the middle. Now you only got one other side to possibly try to go to, but you're likely going to get hit before you get there.
Yeah, they just scheme that up anyway.
Yeah. Now that's a good fit. That's another good fit. I like that. I like that in Washington. I like those two teams.
Both of those two are really good fits. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that puts them instantly in higher contention. Obviously, all these teams are within the playoffs last year.
But I mean, Washington was already in the damn conference championship game for the first time since '91
with a rookie.
That
balling out of control.
Yeah,
and I don't think that's a fluke because that kid is.
No, it's not a fluke, but he may take a step back, a la CJ Stroud. Now there's a lot of tape on him, but no, he's really, really good. It's not a fluke.
Yeah,
yeah,
because clearly, I mean, he's shown it at the highest stage, LSU. You know, he showed it on those stages, and obviously, we saw what he did last year. Because the thing about him, he used his legs as well, a whole lot better than CJ Stroud does with his. Yeah. So I think that element of his game, we probably won't see a setback like we saw CJ Stroud because that dynamic of his game is so hard. It's so hard to like stop. Like if he's just a natural runner of the football, you know, he's just gonna. I mean, that's gonna always be a gimme. Plus, on top of that, I give CJ Stroud a little slack. He did lose his receivers throughout the entirety of the season, so that does play a part when you kind of like you're game planning all offseason with these guys, and you get a new guy and Stephon Diggs, and he's gone. You lose Nico Collins early, then you finally get him back just to lose Tank Dell. So I mean, that's kind of rough on a receiver when you're losing all three of your receivers, 1, 2, and 3 throughout the entirety of the season. So that kind of plays a part in it, but he still made the playoffs. But it was a setback as far as the statistical. And even when you're watching the games, it didn't look like anything like the flare that we saw in the previous season with CJ Stroud. So
right.
But
he'll be fine, man. He'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. But other than that, man, nothing else major. T. Higgins, Max Crosby, Saquon Barkley, touched that. DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields is available.
He is, but Arthur Smith, the Steelers OC, seems to really like him. And so he likes Justin Fields. He's not a huge fan of Russell Wilson.
Oh, he's
that
gone.
whole quarterback situation in Pittsburgh is interesting. Yeah, I think he's out.
Yeah,
I think he's gone as well.
I don't think that's just a reunion you don't even attempt again. Because no, I
don't think so.
You saw what you can get from Russell Wilson. That's the ceiling. Don't even bother rolling the dice running back again.
I think so too. But I think the other part is, in fairness to Russell Wilson, the Steelers need another receiver. Like everything is just, try to throw a bomb to what's his name? Pickens. So they need more than that. They don't have Steve.
So Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams sounds like a good deal for Pittsburgh, huh?
Oh God. Actually, that does, but I don't want that. I'm good.
I know you don't.
No, I don't need that.
I know you don't. Elite defense. Now you got Aaron Rodgers,
No,
Devontae
I just
Adams,
said I don't
and
need
you
that.
get George Pickens.
Are you listening to me? I just said nobody who wears purple needs that. All right? We don't need that.
I wear purple. Oh, wait, it's on this side.
Yeah, it's on that side.
Yeah, it's on this side.
Yeah, no, we don't need that.
I wear purple.
Mm-hmm.
I wear purple. Oh, trust me, that segment's coming up later, guys. Don't worry about it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But I mean, yeah, that would make sense. But
Yeah.
So Russell Wilson, he's gone. Honestly, I don't. Who would want Russell Wilson at this point?
So there's rumors of the possibility
Giants?
of reuniting with Pete Carroll in with the Raiders. Bridge quarterback. That's all Russell Wilson is at this point. That's what he's going to be, is a bridge quarterback for some young guy.
Correct.
Tennessee needs a quarterback, but are they going to take one in the draft? You know, who knows?
But you could also want to develop. So I mean, that would still be a good move. You can get Russell Wilson 1-year deal, maybe 2 at most, reasonable contract because he hasn't earned anything major, right? So you don't have to pay him a lot, and then go draft your Cam Ward maybe with your pick, and then now you got Cam Ward to sit back and do what I love when teams do this: have your quarterback sit and watch and study and learn. There's only a few freaking what's funny,
Steve. I can't.
Steve, I'm not going to let you hijack this show. Not today. Not today. Not now. We trying to get through it, man. We trying to get through it. I'm not going to let you hijack this show, man. Oh, God.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll behave, I promise. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It wasn't my fault. I'm good.
You're good? Eyes here, bro. Eyes here. Don't even look at the chat. Steve, stop, bro. Steve, stop. But I forgot what I was saying, man. I honestly forgot what I was saying, bro.
We were talking about where Russell Wilson could end up next year.
Oh yeah, you said Seattle with Pete Carroll again.
No, I was saying the Raiders possibility of that reunion. And he'd be the bridge for the young guy. Same way we were talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
wherever he goes, he's the bridge guy.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be solid. You got anybody? I don't think anything else happened yet. Oh shit!
I don't
check
think
your
so.
phone because it might pop up as we're talking. Watch as soon as we get to this next topic. Bing.
I know, right?
Somebody released.
Yeah.
Because Cali is a city that don't sleep when it comes to news.
No, not at all.
When it comes to news
at all.
But other than that, man, that's all I got for the NFL, man. You got anything else?
No, man. Quick note, I'm just on the ESPN page, ESPN NFL page right now. And Kimberly Martin, she says the same thing you said. Aaron Rodgers would be a great fit in Pittsburgh. So, you know. And she is a pretty good NFL reporter. So anyway. Yeah. That doesn't mean I want to see that.
And Devontae Adams is following his whatever you want to call him.
And again, I don't want to see that. Just saying.
Those divisional games, boy, with G, it's going to be tough. That was going to be some tough games to talk about.
Look, why is it going to be tough games to talk about? We just going to have to beat them like we do.
I'm not talking about for you. You're objective. I'm talking about for G. If that ends up in an L, then he's like, come on, man. Like, y'all let Aaron Rodgers didn't do nothing in Jackson. What y'all doing, stupid?
That's funny.
Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh doesn't upset me, to be honest. But Steve, aren't you a Cleveland fan?
Whoa, pause, Edward. What's wrong with you? Whoa. Talk to him.
I'm not even going to elaborate on that.
Yeah, I'm leaving that alone.
Come on. Hey, proofread before you post something in the chat, man.
So
proofread that a little bit.
I'm not going to accuse you. I'm going to ask you. That's how it goes down in Memphis?
Negative.
Okay.
Actually, that's where it goes down anywhere, low key, to be honest with you. But
yeah, fact. You're right.
But Memphis is not Atlanta. It is not Cali.
Right, correct.
So
correct.
Yeah,
New York.
Like
right.
That.
It is not.
So we not like that over there, man. Absolutely not. But no, man. Yeah, super pause. Man.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
terrible.
still a fan. Okay. So you wouldn't
Mhm.
want Aaron Rodgers as your bridge quarterback with Devontae Adams? I mean,
I think that
granted,
would be
a bunch of crap comes with him, but you got I think with a Mike Tomlin as your head coach, a strong-minded head coach like that,
right.
you could not diminish. You could lower some of that blow that's coming to like that Aaron Rodgers gives. Like, like having that conversation. Like I said, they respect each other. They've been respecting each other for years. I remember when Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, those winks and looks on the sideline, like, yeah. And Mike Tomlin smiled right back, like, I see what you're doing. So I think they're good, like cool enough to like make it work, man. I think so. I think they can make it work. And then he stays over there in the AFC, and I ain't got to worry about seeing him over here. So, because I don't want him playing against Green Bay, unless it's in the Super Bowl. And then I want Green Bay putting foots in them. But anyway, that's all I got on NFL wrap up. We'll whip around is what we call it this one, man.
Yes.
I believe we're going to move on to the next topic. We're going to open up the phone lines for this one. Since
Let's move on.
Okay.